Hello and welcome to The Healing Way. My name is Richard Clark, and on this video I'll be talking more about the personalised Higgs field that I've spoken about on previous videos and the content of that personalised Higgs field. I built up to this. It started from the universal Higgs field, as I'm calling it, and we kind of moved into the brain, and then from the brain we've gone out to this personalised Higgs field, and I'm exploring how this works. This great thing about healing and this kind of stuff, it's like you walk down a very narrow path that's completely closed in, and then suddenly you emerge into some beautiful area. There's this whole new area of knowledge just opens up, a whole new place to explore and study, and it's amazing. And what I like about this is I can have more of a direct perception because I'm studying something that we've all got, rather than an illness that I might be studying in a person but I haven't got it, so I'm perceiving it in another person. I can actually perceive this field and its contents in myself, so the perception is a lot more direct, a lot more accurate. Okay, so the contents of the Higgs field. Now, since I started talking about this, it's slowly sunk in exactly what it is, what's going on. That there is this, it's like the world of the individual is replicated in the personalised Higgs field, because everything we see, everything, I'm not talking about like a photographic image, I'm talking about our every experience, every feeling, every internal feeling, every external sensation. The whole lot is being recorded into the Higgs field. Everything, even illnesses. If you've got an illness, it's being mirrored into the Higgs field, which, as I said earlier, is like cloud storage. It's a way of storing our lives. It's an archive of our life, and it's wonderful, absolutely wonderful. Now, on my last blog I was writing away, and it suddenly occurred to me that would this be the ego? What people call the ego. Now, the ego is an old style term Freud came up with, and in modern terms I don't know if it's got a lot of meaning. To most people, ego and egotistical behaviour is when people start acting big-headed and they start getting bigger than overbearing, and their egos take over. This is kind of like the general way of looking at it or thinking about it. I don't want to get into what psychological terms are, and to label the Higgs field as ego, the personalised Higgs field, I don't think is accurate at all. It might contain what we call the ego or the personal self, but it's only going to be another thing that's stored in this personalised Higgs field. Now, what is it that gets stored? Our experiences. Well, it seems to me everything that we are not, that we haven't been born with, but we acquire through life, is stored into the personalised Higgs field. For instance, a person can be born with a talent. Maybe they can sing or paint, right? Now, I don't think that that talent would go into the personalised Higgs field. It is intrinsic to the individual. It is not an acquired thing. We haven't gained it through experience or through living. But we could acquire the technique to use this gift, to use this ability. That would go into the Higgs field. That would be the experience. We would gain experience on how to use it. Anything we acquire through life would go into the personalised Higgs field. And this would be true of the ego or the personal self. I don't want to get too much into this. I feel like I'm drifting into the realms of Buddhism and people like Krishnamurti, who frankly are far, far superior at being able to talk about this. And as a healer, I'm not at all sure it's it's my area. Although I have heard that it might be true that all illnesses contain an element of ego. Yeah, the ego can be tremendously damaging to the body systems, the energy systems of the body. It is a construct of energy, and it can absorb a lot of energy out of the body. For it to exist, it draws energy out of the systems of the body. And this brings me to another point. What is going on? My understanding of ego or personal self was always it was in the brain. That is my direct experience. It is in the brain. But now it comes along that there is it is also stored in the personalised Higgs field. Now it seems to me that this ego, this personal self, the small self as they talk about, is in the brain and it's a mirror. It's in the personalised Higgs field as well. And this is cloud storage. On a computer we have local hard drives and we have servers on the internet for cloud storage. So it can exist in two places at once. And I think, as I said before, it's reinforcing itself. The power of it in the personalised Higgs field is reinforcing what's in the body. Not just the ego, but everything. Illnesses, everything. Now, just to finish off a point I was making earlier about the difference between experience and what we're born with, and relating this to the personal self. We might be born with a type of person. A type of person is born, but that person doesn't know anything about themselves, right? So we're born, each person is born as a certain type of person, let's say it like that. No labels, no descriptions, just you're that. That isn't your experience, you haven't gained that through life. That's what you've been born with. It's another gift or another talent, another thing that you have. Now as you go through life, somebody will say to you, you're a good person, right? So that goes into the self. It goes into the idea of what you are. So you get this idea, I'm a good person. That is experience. That has been learned through life, and that goes into the Higgs field. And that goes into the Higgs field, the personalised Higgs field. And someone else comes along and says, you're a bad person. So there's conflict, and that goes into the Higgs field. So there's a problem. There's two conflicting ideas, and we've got this conflicted ideas. And this whole thing builds up. So people come along, you're good at doing that, someone else says you're not good at doing that. So there's more experiences and conflict going into the Higgs field. There's a lot of conflict going into it. So everything we acquire through life, even our view of ourselves, what we think we are, we're good or decent or honest or honourable, whatever it is, the type of person we are, we really gain through our experience of life. As we live, we gain these impressions of ourselves, and they go into the Higgs field. And a lot of them are contradictory. Okay, now there's tremendous power in this Higgs field, the personalised Higgs field, because it's all of our experiences, everything that we are tremendously powerful, we are energetic, we have great vitality, enthusiasm. You know, we have this, we're tremendously strong, energetic beings. And all this is reflected in the personalised Higgs field. It goes into the Higgs field. So you have a field which is tremendously powerful, tremendously strong, and there's a lot of contradiction in it. Because as I said just now, someone says we're good, someone else says we're not good, and that all goes in. Now this powerful field interacts with us. So this is the point I'm getting to. We have all this powerful field that's out there, full of these connections to us, full of these ideas we've got about ourselves. It's like a mirror to ourselves that's been saved, archived. And this feeds back into us and gives us strength, right? It gives us strength. And sadly, 9 times out of 10, it's the wrong kind of strength. Instead of letting go of something, it maintains it. Right? So instead of, say somebody's, see, this puzzled me a lot years ago, why it is people, generally speaking, don't progress in life. They have all these experiences, and if you look at them at 60, they're the same as they are as 20. They haven't changed at all. Not in their core, not deep down. Outside, on the edges, yeah, they've acquired knowledge, they've changed, they've become more flexible. On the outside, on the edge of their existence. But inside, no, nothing's changing. And it always seemed to me that there was something that was holding them in place, something that was sustaining what they were, that was supporting what they were. And now I think it's this. There is a flow of strength from the Higgs field that maintains a person. Or at least the person, the individual, the brain, takes this strength and uses it to stay static. To stay static. Because in ourselves, so many of us are static. No, nothing changes. Nothing changes. And we have a bad experience and we've got it all our lives. Yeah, something goes wrong. You know, I've met people something happened to them 20, 30 years ago. Bad things, true, but they're still carrying it around. You know, and I think, well, surely at some point you have to let that go, or at least it fades away. It stops having an impact on you, but it hasn't, because it's as powerful today as it was when it happened 30 years ago. But now I can see it gains its strength, its sustenance from this personalised Higgs field. Yeah? This is a big thing. This, like I say, this idea of our personal self. I won't use the term ego, as I say, that's an old term now. I don't know if it means a great deal to a lot of people, so I'll just say it's our acquired view of ourself. Our acquired view, the personal self, what I think I am. I am good, I am honest, I am decent, I know what I will do, I like red better than blue, whatever it is. It's all a viewpoint, a personal viewpoint about ourselves. And all this goes into the Higgs field, and there's this tremendous contradiction because all these things are opposing each other. I want this, but I don't want this. And on it goes. So there is this core of contradiction and confusion that's sitting in the personalised Higgs field, and that needs to be looked at as well. The thing is, as people go on this downward spiral, as so many people now are on some sort of downward spiral, modern life is not conducive to good living. There's so much pressure, so much stress. People they damage themselves in all kinds of ways. I won't go into what they are, you all know what they are. And all this, the spin-off from this downwards spiral, the experiences, every bad experience you have that hurts you is recorded, is saved, is archived in the personalised Higgs field. And it stays there. It stays there, and it will come back to haunt you because its strength is there. It's always going to be there, and it can be used, the power of it can be used to reinforce itself in the individual. So what's the answer? Well, frankly, I'm puzzled by a lot of things, which is nothing new. that's more or less how it is with what I do. But I shall plod on. See, my way of healing is to get rid of something, not kill it, but to get it out of the body, or to put in something good. If you look at my healing methods, the first thing that you do, step one, is to draw out toxic pollution, the energy of toxic pollution. You get out the bad. Right. The next method's put in some good energy to regenerate and restore. So my usual approach is to remove something. Now, here we have a Higgs field. Now, I haven't got a method to clean out this personalised Higgs field, but the problem is this: it's there for a reason. Right? It's an archive of a person's life, good or bad. Who am I to come along and judge that and say, no, we need to wipe it out? We need to get rid of it. It's hurting somebody, so we'll get rid of it. And get rid of it by wiping it out means really, I wouldn't go as far as to say to kill it, but it destroys it. It brings it to an end. That the story of somebody's life that's been archived has gone, will go. Who am I to do that? And also, why is it there anyway? You know, this isn't something that's happened by chance. You know, so much nowadays is like they keep saying it's a coincidence, it just happens, or you know, we all suddenly came alive for no reason, nothing came out of something, or something came out of nothing. And this is another instance. We've got this field, this personalised Higgs field, which has a specific role in human existence, and it's there for a reason. And I'm very reluctant to tamper with it, even though it is hurting people. I've no doubt something will happen, something will come along. I can't imagine getting this far and then just saying, oh well, tough luck, we just got to live with it. I'm sure something will come along, but what comes along will be quite... these things always catch me out. It's like, when I see it, I think, wow, that's amazing. You know, but until I see it, it's difficult to see an answer. It's very, very interesting, this personalised Higgs field. Very much in contact with it, very much feeling its power and its negativity. It is such a negative thing. Or at least it is in me. I think I've managed to store up a great deal of negativity over the years. Personal setbacks, you put in, you know, they affect you, you save them, or at least it's saved, it's archived, and then it feeds back. It's there to feed on, really. It's sustenance. You feel negative in yourself, you can draw on this to make yourself even worse. I'm quite surprised at this because when I was younger I read a lot of Eastern philosophy and Buddhism and Zen and stuff, and this was always the area of Buddhism. The way to deal with this was through, according to the Buddha, you took the religious view, or at least what the Buddhists put forward as a religious view, to counter the effects of the personal self, this kind of thing, to release a person from it. So I'm a bit surprised that I've got to this point where it's like, because I see myself more or less as a technician. I'm not a religious person or a spiritual person. I just want to solve problems. This for me is the joy. It's like, I don't feel I've got a great talent in any direction. I can't sing or paint or dance or anything like that. Or what I call singing and painting and dancing, I don't think anyone else would. So my way in life is to live with what I've got, which is I'm like a technician. I work solving problems through technical means, which is my methods. So I'm a bit surprised this has cropped up, because this sort of thing I would have left to, for want of a better way of putting it, spiritual teachers, which I'm not, on no intention of being. It's not for me to tell anyone their lives are right or wrong or whatever. All I want to do is get the bad out of people, the harmful stuff, the stuff that's hurting them, that's making them ill, and see what sort of person they are then. Right, a lot on this one. If you got this far, well done. I don't think it's time to go yet. I don't feel this one's come to an end. What else is there? Higgs field. Power of it. Oh! Oh! Yes. Yeah, I haven't come to the end of this. Right. Okay, so each individual's got a personalised Higgs field. Good. Now, two things. These fields can connect to each other. So my personalised Higgs field can connect to someone else's. Probably someone who's close to me, a family member or a friend. And I think this is how some illnesses can be transferred down through generations, particularly cancer. This, I think, is true of cancer. Not multiple sclerosis or Parkinson's disease or motor neuron disease. Those kinds of things are individual specific. They're specific to the individual. They don't transmit. But something like cancer, definitely. It will transmit through one Higgs field connecting to another Higgs field. Probably in the same line. There's a descending line. Yeah. Yeah, these fields do connect. There's probably more illnesses as well that does this, but the main one is cancer, definitely. It's something that can be transmitted. Okay, now I feel it's come to the end, so good. Thanks a lot. It's been a pleasure putting this one on, because it's got some real content, and hopefully what I aim for in my videos is always to try and put stuff in that's never been thought of before. I want all new stuff, totally creative. So you watch it and you think, wow, that was good. I don't know if it's right or not, but it really hit me or affected me or made me think about something. You know, that's what I'm trying to do. And create a whole new way of looking at things. Right, okay, thank you very much for listening. I've enjoyed it, I hope you have, and we'll meet again on the next one. Thank you very much. Bye.